Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8, and recorded on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. We present these classes in a little different modality every week with different deities and with the 3 lights and 5 elements practice. We usually run different elemental symbols, but all of this is simply for moving the mind away from the conflicting emotional energy that everybody operates by and the stories that everybody tells themselves of who they are, which is the problem with the world today, because those conflicting emotions and the story about who we are is illusory. It's not true. And so we invent, with the Tibetan tradition, deities. And then also we connect to the lamas and the dakinis and all the Buddha symbols. But all of this is simply mind training to move the mind away from the judgmental mind, the emotionally conflicting energy program, to the non-judgmental mind, or transforming the emotional energy program into their own antidotes of wisdom and higher intelligence. Before we start with refuge, I want to introduce the new Tibetan calendar, which we just received from Rigpa. Rigpa is a worldwide organization of hundreds or thousands of teachers. And what this Tibetan calendar does is puts everybody in sync around the globe. So on a certain day, for instance, the 10th of each month, calendar month, Padmasambhava practice are performed worldwide, but not all at once, because it's like a rolling performance. So it starts on one side of the planet, then hour by hour, day by day, it moves to a different place on the planet. But the idea is that all of the power and energy is focused on one specific deity and energy program. And that's how we do this class. So I'm just telling you, if you want to be in sync with all the nuns, monks, Buddhists, lamas, this book, and it has pictures of the teachers and prayers that fulfill all your wishes. And for instance, they have one, we're going to be doing Tara practice, so they have a special prayer for the Tara in the book. But every deity is recommended, and then they list all their different programs, which are hundreds and hundreds, and where to find them and how to find retreats and so forth. So it's called the Rigpa Tibetan Calendar 2021, Year of the Male Water Tiger. Now we start by taking refuge in our own true nature, which everybody has, as represented by these practices. And the most important aspect of Tibetan Buddhism, and this is unique, is that these practices are designed to benefit all the animals, all the humans, and all the spirits in the entire universe. And that's called the altruistic motivation, which no other form of spiritual practice or religion uses this motivation. So I'm going to read it. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now all together take refuge and offer prostrations and other spiritual practices. Then we take refuge in the three jewels and the three roots. The three jewels, all Buddhists take refuge: Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. But in Tibetan Buddhism, we also take refuge in the three roots of the path of skillful means: the Lama, the peaceful deities, and the protector deities and dakinis. And it goes like this. We go for refuge to all the glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams, the deities gathered in our mandalas. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha and teachers. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these sources of refuge contain the eye of transcending awareness. Then we take refuge in Bodhisattva, which is called the Bodhisattva Training Program. I call it Bodhisattva Training School. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva Disciplines, called the 6 Perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Then we chant these 3 in Sanskrit, which is how all of the Dharma is transmitted to all of the human beings on the planet. First, the altruistic motivation. Dag dang jowa namke ta dang yampe sem chem tam che du dine jung te ji si jeng chu ning po la chu ki vardu. Then the 6 refuges. Palde mama dampa namla cha su chio yedam chokor gi latso namla chap su chio sanjay chong dende namla chap su chio dampe chur namla chap su chio Alpe gandu namla chap su chio Kawo kandro chokyo sume sho yeshe ki shenda tempa namla chap su chio. In the Bodhicitta prayer, Sanjay Chodam Choki Chodam La Jangchu Ardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jenso Jipe Sonam Ki Jola Penjur Sanjay Jupar Sho. In starting formal session of practice with prostrations or in your sitting posture, it is recommended to say these prayers 3 times, either in English or Sanskrit. And this 3 times is for your body, number 1, to influence your speech, number 2, and to change your mind. Number 3. All of the transmission of the Tibetan Dharma is accomplished with the support of the 6 refuges and the 6 Bodhisattva trainings, which are applied both on the relative, we say, mundane world level, and on the ultimate level according to the true nature of your consciousness, which is called awareness. So the refuge prayer, 3 roots and 3 jewels, is the support. The altruistic motivation is the theme, universal theme. And the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, which are, first of all, loving kindness and concern for the well-being, extended through generosity. The second Bodhisattva discipline is morality, including ethics and good manners. The third is patience with oneself, others, and the environmental situation of the planet. Number 4 is diligence or perseverance in these practices until they are in place 24/7. The 5th, meditative concentration using imagination and focus together. And number 8 is purposely and directly penetrating your wisdom nature with what is called insight. Now, the insight is the other nature of your mind as awareness. And awareness is a higher state of intelligence than 99 9/10% of the humans on the planet today use. And so this is very, very appropriate. And once you start to acquire these higher states of intelligence, which you just did by starting with the refuge and bodhicitta and the altruistic motivation, then they start to penetrate your lifestyle. And as that takes place, your circle of influence, because of your awareness, increases. And day by day, month by month, year by year, everything gets better. And that's a good thing. So we have perks. And there's no ceiling. There's no ultimate goal. The transformation of your drama mind into your more intelligent mind of insight or awareness is a constant program which is timeless. And no matter if you're in the body or in the next life, it's useful. It's appropriate under any situation. And because of that, everything you meet becomes the path. Everything you do with your worldly life, this life, all the people you meet, animals, spirits, whatever, how you treat your environment day by day and how it treats you, all of that is the path. And one day you wake up and you don't have any more judgment. Your judgmental mind is gone. Then in meditation, less and less thinking. The thoughts arise from space, show themselves, and go back to space. Their nature is space. That's it. And when these two are accomplished through practice, then no more reaction, no more emotional subjugation, conflict. And that's Buddhahood. Then you're a mature human being. And you can only do this in the human condition. Keep that thought in mind. Now we practice. So we start these classes with the 3 lights training applied to the breath. Then we move from that prana yoga practice, picking one of the 5 elements for the 5 elements healing meditation practice. And tonight we're going to use the element space because the later part of the class is the white tar and white Mahakala, which are color-coded white, which is the nature of the symbol of space. Sit with your back straight, hands on your knees or in your lap. Mouth closed, eyes open. Breathe through the nose if you can. Head slightly tilted forward, back straight. Bring your focus, your awareness to your breath. Diaphragm expands, diaphragm contracts. Inhale, exhale. Then as you exhale, imagine that the air you are inhaling comes into your lungs as white light. And the spontaneous absorption of the energy of that element in your lungs becomes red light flashing through every cell in your body. And you bring these 2 color codes together and exhale the result of powerful healing breath out your nose to space, to include every being inhabiting space. And that's everyone. Inhale white light, fill your lungs. Red light, absorption breath through your cells in your body. Felt together as blue light out the nose to all beings pervading space. Count 21 of these breaths. When you reach the 21st breath, take your focus off the breath, collect the three lights, white, red, and blue, and create a tiny particle of light and center it in your heart chakra, in the center of your chest, in the central channel of your life force. Once you focus on that point of light, it connects with the infinite light of boundless space. Then relax without the focus in space. And the energy of this element, the mother element, space, becomes the basis for the practice, the healing energy result of the practice. Be present and alert. Then recreate the tiny point of light in your heart chakra and visualize it to grow into a small sphere of clear light. Then visualize that small sphere grow into a white sphere of light about the size of your thumbnail and label that space, which becomes the symbol for this 5 elements healing practice. The 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, cannot be separated. But for healing of modalities of various disease and so forth, the predominant healing one is now the space. But the others are in effect also. Bring that white sphere labeled space out in front of your chest and visualize it to move up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. Then from there, visualize it to grow inside of a small room enclosing your physical body, just as you are. Visualize yourself in this white sphere of energy labeled space. You should know that's actually the nature of your foreign body. And being also the nature of our mental process, we imagine this white sphere of light and its healing energy shared with the world around us by expanding it, visualize it to grow to include a 50-mile diameter area of where you're doing your practice. Here in Hawaii, we visualize the island of Kauai and surrounding ocean inside. Then visualize it to grow to a size completely enclosing Mother Earth, which it actually does. Keeping imagination and focus together, expand it in size to completely enclose our solar system, encompassing billions of miles in every direction. And visualize it to grow in size to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy. Then move beyond the confines of your mind and merge the symbol with boundless space. Our universe. Be present and relax, contemplating space, no meditation. Then return from this singularity to again invent the symbol, the white sphere enclosing the galaxy. Shrink it in size to enclose the solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclose Mother Earth. Much smaller to just enclose that large area of where you're doing this practice. City, town, island. And reduce it in size to just enclose your physical body inside. And all the healing energy of the mother element space cyclically applied to your form. Then to finish the practice, bring the sphere to its small original size, 2 feet in front of your eyes. Drop it to chest level and enter your heart chakra. Shrink it to a tiny particle of light and merge that with the infinite light of boundless space. No meditation. Simply be present and awake. Then bring this developing awareness to in front of your eyes and spread it through your area of influence. Then, as bodhisattvas, dedicate all the positive results of this spiritual practice to the healing of all sentient beings. Animals and humans, wherever they take birth on planets, and the four spirit worlds inhabiting space. Space. This is the symbol in the path of skillful means in Sanskrit of space. In Tibetans pronounce this symbol Bam. It's a Sanskrit letter, B-A-M, but in our language it's Bam. And no matter how you pronounce it, it's visualized as a red energy symbol on a white background in an infinitely blue sky. But when you use it in meditation practice, it becomes the creation sound of the white Tara. And the color white is the area that this is embedded in. And when you visualize it in your heart chakra, about the size of your thumbnail, in the center of your chest, in the central channel. And this is the vibration of the energy of the deity as fulfilling the altruistic motivation. Of benefit and healing to all sentient beings, none left out. Like the mother for the only child, completely unconditional. I'm going to put this in front of our crystal stupa, which is the mind of the Buddha, as the five elements and five wisdom Dhyana Buddha. The way we use this sphere for the five element healing practice and the three lights prana yoga together is the Hinayana approach. But in Tibetan Buddhism, we've used the deities, the path of skillful means, as Mahayana. Now, Mahayana is simply a term that states that the practice, in this case of Tara, or whatever deity we design, is the nature of all sentient beings. As a bodhisattva, which means like a lotus bud unfolding to become a lotus flower, which symbolizes enlightened beings taking birth in the human condition to train humans. But when we use this with the white Tara in the Mahayana approach, then every sentient being in the mandala has that seed soluble in their heart center, the Vam, as their vibration of the mandala, so that every sentient being, spirit, animal, or human, is the deity. That levels the playing field. Then you've created an energy field of equality. And you've also created an energy field of unity. Everything, everyone interconnected to you as, in this case, white Tara. Now, this mother principle, called Tara in Tibetan Buddhism, evolves from the ultimate mother principle of perfect wisdom as the mother. Perfect wisdom, nothing beyond that. But at the same time, no high, no low, no heavenly, but no outcast. And also what's really important is the lack of intelligence and the lack of ignorance in the human condition. And that is the accomplishment of this or any specific deity yoga used in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And there are many other effects or perks besides what I just described, but each of us has our own neediness to overcome and our own shadow of tendencies that came from infinite previous lives to this life. So when you do the practice, all of the refuge and all of the bodhicitta and the altruistic motivation is embedded in the practice. And when you visualize white Tara, white in color, two-armed, her legs are in full lotus posture, symbolizing discipline. And her right hand resting on the knee, palm outward, is infinite generosity. Then the left hand holds the stem of a lotus flower, which blooms at her left ear, and that is ultimate kindness. No one left out. Every being treated like a mother treats her only child, unconditionally. And she wears a 5-jewel crown of the 5 energy fields, 2 I just described. The 5 Dhyana Buddhas, equality and interconnectedness. The other 3 are Bodhisattva Training, discerning awareness, and using voidness skillfully, the nature of space. Surrounded by radiant light energy, like jewels, blazing out in every direction, dressed in 5 colors of silks, which symbolizes the 5 elements, and 6 kinds of jewelry is the 6 Bodhisattva Disciplines. She has an eye in her forehead of ultimate awareness, 2 eyes in her face, an eye in the palm of each hand, and the eye in the bottom of each foot resting on her thigh. Now these eyes is the white Tara practice, and she is called the Tara of the 7 eyes and the 7 spheres. And what are the 7 spheres? The creation of the Tara and the Mandala Tara is the central sphere of wisdom. Then beyond that are these other spheres, the God realms, we call the heavenly realms, the demigod realms, war and war god realms. Then we have the deprived spirit realm. Then we have the demonic spirit. And we have the animal and human. Now, those 6 spheres are the emotional repercussion that every single sentient being creates by their negative and positive tendencies or karma. And this wisdom eye is the one we use with our imagination to create the protective sphere of the deity as who we are. Our sphere of influence is that much. Hands extended. So just outside your fingertips, a white sphere wheel starts to appear. Then beyond that, the 6 spheres, each one from each eye is one of the 6 realms. So the right eye is the heavenly realms, the left eye is the demigod realms, the right hand is the human realms, the left hand is the animal realm, the eye in the left foot is the deprived spirits, and the eye in the other foot is the demonic spirit, hell realm. None of these are permanent. But her purpose is to bring all of those beings, like a mother does with her children, to grow, develop, and evolve into mature, in this case, human beings. So now we do the practice. Oh, and all of this, by the way, is located in a worldly realm, like Hawaii. Really? Oh no, night. Naturally, okay. Sit with your back straight. Hands in a comfortable position. Head slightly tilted forward, eyes open. Soften your gaze to the space right in front, arms length in front. Mouth closed, breathe through the nose if you can. Bring your focus to your breath. If you're practicing Tantra, when you inhale, the white light coming in to your lungs carries the vibration of the sound Om, which is the natural life-supporting healing energy of the universe into your lungs. Om. Then the natural function of this elemental energy is to spread through every cell in your body, support. And you visualize that as red light and you hear the sound Ah. Then you gather these two together and exhale blue light out to every being in the universe as a powerful healing breath. You hear the sound hum, which is the vibration of infinite healing, applied physically, mentally, emotionally, and most important, spiritually. And when you can see yourself as this radiant body of potential light energy, then the Lama appears in front. White light emanates from the Lama's forehead from the sound ah into your forehead. This is the transmission to be the rainbow body of the Tara, in this case, of the deity. And red light from the Lama's throat with the sound ah emanates into your throat. And this is the result of the practice to enhance your speech and any use of mantra or powerful wishes. And blue light emanates from the Lama's throat, heart chakra to your heart chakra with the wisdom vibration of hum. Then once you can see these three lights, this is how they look in Sanskrit. The om, the ah, and the hum simultaneously into you. Then your body, speech, and mind become those three, and the Lama melts into you as the empowerment of union, which simply means the compassion, power, and insight, body, speech, and mind of the Lama enters into your situation. And it's like pouring water into water. With this empowerment, you are white Tara. Then you develop this three-dimensional rainbow body, apparition, symbol of compassion, power, and insight. So you can see it as yourself, young, beautiful, dressed like I described, silks and jewels, hair piled up, 5-jewel crown, right hand on the right knee, palm outward, left hand holding a lotus blooming by the left ear, legs in full lotus, and you're sitting on a moon disc, on a sun disc, on a 32-petal lotus, which symbolizes your birth as Tara, as a Bodhisattva, entering into the human condition, the human world, to train the mind of human. The Om, Ah, and Hum all now come down the central channel and blend into one healing energy, the Hum, and it transforms again into the seed syllable Vam. And you keep this symbol in mind as energy for your, we call energy channels of your body, the nadis, along with the mantra which will surround it when you imagine your mother in front as white Tara facing you. And then you take that projection and apply it to all your relatives, friends, and lovers, everybody you have karma with, even enemies. Then you apply it to the 7 billion humans on the planet today as white Tara. Then her image to all the animals in the ocean and on the land. Uncountable. And you fill your mind with the deity by imagining boundless space filled with an infinite number of spirits as white Tara. When you've created this universal mandala of the deity, the mantra appears in your heart center. And it starts with the letter Om in front and circles the bomb with the letters facing inward. And when you start to chant the mantra of white Tara, it moves counterclockwise and creates her sphere of influence. 8 spokes of the 8-syllable Tara mantra. The bomb is the hub, and then these 8 spokes connect to a sphere of energy just outside your fingertip. And it has this mantra as a wheel, a hub, spokes, and the wheel, and also the Vajrasattva mantra and the Tibetan alphabet, all on this outer wheel. Then when you sound the mantra, the wheel starts to turn and faster and forms a sphere. Of healing protective energy, and you sit inside of them. Then from your eyes, you connect to the heavenly spirit, demigod spirits, this hand, humans, animals, right foot, deprived spirits, left foot, hell realm, demonic spirit. And as you say this mantra, that's your practice, activating these watchful eyes of the Mother Tara. Then all sentient beings are like your children. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re, Mama Ayu, Punye Jana, Pukti Kuru, Soha. And the seed syllables are the hub blazing this vibration from the Vam, the 8-syllable green Tara mantra is a spoke, and the hub out to all realms, purifying them. And they all turn into the drop all their negative tendencies and become white Tara. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re, Mama Ayu, Punye Jana, Puktin Kuru, Soha. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re, Mama Ayu, Punye Jana, Puktin Kuru, Soha. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re, Mama Ayu, Punye Jana, Puktin Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare Mama Ayu Pune Jana Pukti Kuru Soha. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Pune Jana Pukti Kuru Soha. Now the seats of Bhavam, the mantra turning to the left as you sound it, fills your rainbow body with dynamic energy, compassion, power, and insight. Then that blazes out with the eyes and the mantra to the beings in the 6 realms according to the sound of the mantra. The Mama, the Ayu, the Pune, the Jhana, and the feet, Bhukti, Guru, and then all together, Soha, which means always expanding, no one left out, always appropriate. Om Tara, Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Om Tara Tutare, Ture, Mama Ayu, Pune Jana, Bhukti Kuru, Soha. Tutare means swiftly. Tutare, Ture means removing obstacle. To what? Being the deity in this blazing wisdom form, rainbow body, used to move the mind out of the mundane drama of existence emotionally into the higher intelligence of altruistic compassion based on loving kindness, concern for the well-being of all others in our environment. And then blazing out to all the 6 realms. No animal left out, no human left out, no spirit. All Bodhisattva. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Pukti Kuru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Pukti Kuru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha. Then on this planet today we have 6 major calamities. The climate crisis, number 1. War, number 2. Famine and drought, number 3. Poverty, number 4. Environmental destruction and the spread of toxins, number 5. And social functioning disorders that give violence to women and children, arms trading and drug trading, all of these social programs in place. So each eye sees each of those 6: climate change, war, famine and drought, poverty, environmental destruction, the spread of toxins, and social disorder of every kind. Disappear them with the mantra. Delete them. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ai Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ai Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ai Punye Jan Bhukti Kuru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Kuru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Kuru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha. It is said that 100,000 recitations of this mantra will bring you closer to your true nature as a mature human being or Buddha very fast. Then with your wisdom nature, the environmental problem starts to disappear. Wars disappear. Famine and drought, and poverty, everybody wealthy, healthy, and happy. The spreading of toxins, all this environmental damage, back to its natural state. And all the invalid social negative programs that we are sponsoring in every way changed into healing programs that deal with ill health, sickness, and all kinds of positive energy programs taking their place. That's the power of this practice. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Aya Punyeja Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Punija Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Mama Ayu Punija Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Mama Ayu Punija Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Punija Bhuktin Kuru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama clears the celestial heavens of arrogance. Ayu, the demigod war gods of jealousy, fighting and quarreling. Punya, the Dharma for all sentient beings, taking away their neediness, transforming them into Bodhisattvas. Punya, clearing the animal world of ignorance, all of them cycling back into becoming human. Bhuktin Kuru, the deprived spirits and the demonic spirits all return towards becoming kind and considerate human beings and attaining full maturity in one lifetime. Then you see all these sentient beings as Tara streaming into you, imploding into you as the central symbol of voidness as the deity, of the illusory nature of everything, penetrating the illusion of emotionality and harmful tendencies. And with that in place, you as the central figure disappear into the outer hub of the wheel. Then it disappears into the 8 spokes, into the bomb syllable of space in the middle. And you rest in that dimension of being, simply by being in the present moment of vivid awareness. Whatever thoughts arise are okay. Don't attach to them. Let them disappear. Whatever bodily sensations arise are okay. Same. In the present moment of awareness is the realm of infinite okayness. And at the end of the fulfillment stage of the practice of the white tar, which is the creation stage, then you reappear as whatever yidam you are instructed to use by your teacher, or as white tar. And then between sessions, all beings are Tara, no matter what you're doing, where you are. All sound becomes the vibration of the mantra Om Tara Tutare Ture, or Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punya Jana Pukti Kuru Soha. And this world becomes a world of the mind of bliss, Dewa Chen. And we apply that moment to moment to whatever is arising, whatever we are experiencing. That's the path. Now, because of the situation of extreme violence encircling our planet, we're going to add an energy program of power using Mahakala. Now, Mahakala is 6 arms, is my root lama, Kalu Rinpoche, Rang Jun Kun Kyo, my name. And whenever things get critical, is a good word, and seem to be out of control, then Chenrezi appears with the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. And Chenrezi is alive and well as the main practice, along with Tara, of all of the lineage teachers. But when you use the 6 arm, that's Chenrezi in its most powerful aspect. And it's kind of like a mother dealing with their children when they misbehave. When the children are following the mother's instructions, you, oh, lovely, nice children, here, have cookies, have ice cream. But when they misbehave, then she shows her displeasure. And discipline is necessary. So with compassion, power, and insight, Chenrei Chi turns into the 6-arm Mahakala, which is Om Mani Padme Hum. 6 arms, 6 syllable mantra. And he's holding a Damaru, calling the Dakinis, not the peaceful Dakini, the wrathful, powerful, standing, flying through the sky, female energy. Dharmapalas are called, guardians. Then each hand holds a symbol, a trident, then noose and hook, then hook knife, and in his 2 hands here in the skull cup, he has a crystal, like this, stupid crystal, a blazing crystal, and then it's in a skull cup, which is a wrathful application of the power of showing displeasure or anger, but not feeling it, not harming with it, just showing it, the discipline. And then the other hand, a crystal, which is the outer world, is simply the same energy. So one represents the outer and the other is the inner nature of a developing bodhisattva. This is a bodhisattva symbol. This accomplishes Buddha activity. which is these 5 wisdom energy field. Discerning awareness, equanimity, voidness, Bodhisattva action, and interconnectedness, mirror-like wisdom is the antidote to anger. And the energy of that is sitting on the head of the deity as Aksobhaya Buddha. And this deity is standing on 2 Ganeshas as the primary neediness of humans for wealth and health. And blazing in a dome of fire and throwing sparks in every direction to intimidate nasties. Nasty humans, nasty animals, nasty spirit. But in this case, nasty human. And they need to be subdued. The sooner the better. So the seed soul of the deity is this mirror-like wisdom of the Aksobhaya Buddha, but it's the same as the medicine Buddha. It's the same as many different deities, and even White Tara has this in her heart center. And it's the Om Ahum of the empowerment. It's your exhale. And he's smiling, but showing fangs and tongue, rolling eyes, and intimidation. So this becomes the seed soul, a blazing white hung in your heart center, surrounded by a 5-color sphere of light, with the mantra of the deity circling it, letters facing outward, and they are stationary. And the energy of this deity need not be projected like the peaceful deity practices. It spontaneously invades all 6 realms. Heaven, celestial realms, jealous gods, demigods, war gods, demonics, we call them jealous gods. The celestial realms are arrogant gods. The needy humans in the desire realm, the stupid animals, the deprived spirits never get enough, we know who they are, and the intentionally harmful ones, which right now are in action around the planet in states of war, social disorder, fighting, destroying everything. All of those transformed into Bodhisattva. Their emotional tendencies transform into loving kindness and concern, compassion, power and insight, and many other Buddha qualities. Each of us has the potential of 32 major and 80 minor Buddha qualities of higher intelligence to put into action. Mahakala, 6 arm, is the action that Kala Rinpoche has presented for us to use in these disturbing times. Om, 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 3 times for your body, speech, and mind. And 4 times as they all come together as the deity, with all of their qualities in action. Om, 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 Om. And 3 more times to transform the whole universe into the Dharmakaya of infinite space, the all-pervading nature of your consciousness. And every Bodhisattva, peaceful and protector deity, activated as a Sambhogakaya. And then thousands and thousands of teachers, men and women, as the Nirmanakaya, appearing in the world today, doing this practice. Dancing in the blazing dome of flame. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. When you say Hara Nisa, infinite dakinis appear like snow in every realm and on this planet, covering the planet into every situation of disorder. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hare Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hare Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hare Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hare Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hare Nisa Siddhi Om Pe. So Mahakala in front as the root Lama that awakens you into your true nature. You as Mahakala activating that true nature to handle these horrible situations and transform them. And then the home in your heart, the mantra appears and comes up and out your mouth into the mouth of white Mahakala in front, down into the home in the deity in front as the Lama, then down to your power chakra just below the navel into your power chakra, and back up into the home in your heart. And it's like a mala of mantra sounds, like this mala. And the vibration of the sound is the bead. And the red string that holds them together emanates dakinis that fill the sky, like clouds, going everywhere to every situation that needs dealing with. So you visualize like that. You, Mahakala, white lama, lama in front, Mahakala. Om. Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Harani Sasini Om Pe. 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 Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Arani Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Aranisa 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 Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru. Can I have the Dhamma? Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om Pe. 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 Om Lama Guru Mahakala. That's it. That's it. Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om Pe. Om Lama Guru 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 Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om Pe. Now this is the bell used to call the Tara Dakinis, and this is the Damaru to call the Wrathful Dakini, to take care of these terrible situations, pacify them. And then you visualize them coming infinite in number to whatever situation you think needs to be dealt with appropriately. Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om. Mahakala, Aranisa Siddhi Om Lama Guru Aranisa Siddhi Om Lama Guru Mahakala, Aranisa Om Lama Guru. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za Om Pe. And up here in the upper right, left hand is two-arm Mahakala. That's Karmapa is Burna Chin. Then the center figure is the red Aksobhaya Buddha. And then here Manjushri. So these are this is the Chenrezi, it's wrathful. And that mantra going around like this, the Dakinis, you send them wherever you think is appropriate. Wherever there's social disorder, war, famine and drought, disease, environmental destruction and the spread of toxins. Very inappropriate social programs in place in the media and in actual performance by humans. And then the environment restored. Stop the destruction of our environment by humans. The spirit world definitely doesn't like it. Call the Dakinis. Oh, Mama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Oh, Mama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Harani Sasiti Za. Om Pe. And then personally, any negative tendencies or obstacles to your spiritual progress, clean them up. Put in place what's appropriate. This is appropriate. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhisa Om Pe 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 Om Lama Guru Haranisa Siddhisa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhisa Om Pe. This Om Pe shows our displeasure to cut all of this distraction to becoming mature human beings. That's appropriate. Then, to finish the practice, Mahakala in front blends into you. Then you, as a six-armed Mahakala, all sentient beings are your domain. All the heavenly realms, all the war and war god, demigod realms, all of the deprived spirit world, all of the demonic hells, all of the worlds where humans and animals take place. This is the Dewa Chen of Mahakala. And at this time, this practice is appropriate, especially on this first day of the Tibetan New Year, Losar. Then you as Mahakala disappear with the mantra into the home in your heart center. The home in a five-colored sphere of light shrinks to a tiny particle of light and connects to the infinite light of boundless space. This is the true nature of awareness. And everything that exists, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Relax, open, clear, naked, in the present moment, in vivid awareness. In the rise from this accomplishment stage, it's Chenrei Z. 2-arm, 4-arm, 6-arm, 1,000 arm, 11 heads, whatever form Chenrei Z you practice. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani
Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme
Om Mani Padme
Hum.
Om
Mani
Padme
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani
Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme
Hum.
Om
Mani Padme Hum.
Om
Mani Padme Hum.
KYD Nudu Dam, Shagya Jumpo Drugirne, Towa Chinki Malo Pa, Tei Sala Kopar Sho, Sanjay Kusum Dempai Jimla Dam, Shoni Megur Dempai Jimla Dam, Kendu Miche Dumpai Jimla Ki, Chitar Goma Momam Drupar Sho. By this virtue, having realized Maha Mudra, I quickly establish every single sentient being in that state without exception. By the blessings of the 3 kayas of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha being unwavering, may this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and may all their wishes be fulfilled. Happy Losar, Aloha, and Tashi Delay.